What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T, and this the Get Right Podcast. You already know I got the two homies with me, man. I'm gonna start with the homie who gonna always give us 3 words, the brain trust. What's happening, bro?
What up, though?
That's it, man. And of course, Mr. Misconception himself, he's gonna do something to try to break the internet. DC, what up?
I don't try. I'm just me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't try. This is just authentic DC. Shout out to
all
the
day.
80s.
You know, I gotta put some sauce on it though. You know, I'm gonna put some sauce on it, man. But
Hey, speaking of the 80s, man, how did you feel about that Grammys performance that was
Yes!
majority 80s?
I thought it was dope, actually, man. I thought it was dope.
Wait. Say that again. You thought it was what?
Yeah, I mean, as far as for what it was, you know what I mean? As far as the culture being put on display on the world stage, on the biggest stage of music, you
For
know.
sure.
So, I mean, do I love 80s rap? No, I don't. But you know, you don't get to the 90s without the 80s. You don't get to the 2000s without the 90s, and so on and so forth. So,
Big fact.
you know, I appreciate it for what it was, even though 80s rap is trash. You know what I'm saying? I will say that when Run DMC came out, I was hoping their set would like be shorter. I think it had a short set, but it still wasn't short enough.
Bro, they did
Really?
like
It was 30
four,
seconds.
They did like 4 bars, bro. Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
shorter could you
It
be?
should have been shorter, bro. They could have just walked across the stage and just that's it. And like, no music, no nothing, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't like Run DMC, bro. I don't understand why they popular. Because their music is not appealing to me at all, bro. Like, tricky. What?
The fact that you know
trash,
that
bro.
means that's singed in your brain, bro.
Bro, just because they play it over and over again don't mean I like it. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of songs that get played on the radio over and over again. Don't mean you like the song. Like, you know, that Rihanna song that
You gotta give them their flowers, bro.
it's just like the Rihanna song, the Black Panther. Man, y'all know that song. That song ain't it, bro. But the radio shoves it down our throats. You know, I hope she don't do that at the Super Bowl, by the way.
It ain't bad, but it is meant for the movie, like we talked about
It's
before.
for
But
the movie. She's not gonna do that at Super Bowl.
but I can't call Run DMC trash. Yeah, it was a different era, and they rap differently. It was more nursery rhymes, but like
LL was the same era, and he was hard. Pause. But Run DMC wasn't it.
LL was 16 years old, so he had to start a new wave. You know what I mean? Like LL was a young boy. People forget that. You know what I mean? He was literally like 15, 16 when he first dropped.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm Bad. It was different. You know what I mean? And LL was my guy back then, but I can't disrespect the kings of rock. There is no higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire.
Burn my kingdom, you must use fire. Won't start rocking. Hey, bro, come on, get him credit, bro. Like you just said it in the.
I did give him credit. First off, I started off by giving them credit. Let's be clear. Okay. But I'm saying in that same sentence, I don't like them. I don't like the music. But
you can say you don't like them, but I can't let you call them trash.
That's kind of far, bro. Say like 4 bars was too much. Like
it was too much, bro.
No, it's not, man.
Yeah,
it's not. It ain't for them. It ain't none of us, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, real with that.
And that's an interesting topic too, because I was watching a clip. It was a comedian, but they showed a clip of, I don't know what radio, so it might have been Atlanta, and I might be stereotyping, but he had a country accent and he had dreads that seemed very Atlanta to me. But
wow, oh, yeah. Well, damn, bro. God, no.
It might have been, might not have been
Florida.
Nah, Florida got a whole different sound. Like Florida,
I would have to hear.
they got a whole different sound. But the dude was like, "Yo, Jay-Z is trash. Like, name a memorable Jay-Z line right now." But he cut the clip off because the dude just went into naming, like, he spit off
lines, right?
like at least 7 lines off rip that he came up with. But like, for somebody to call an individual trash, especially like a pioneer, I can't call Jay no pioneer, but he is I guess he kind of bridged that gap. There was a shift once Big died where Jay really took over and brought the, I don't know what you would consider his rap style. It's street, but it's not gritty street. It's flash. It's more like dope game. You know what I mean? Like BMF type of a feel to it. I guess that's what Jay's music was. It wasn't extreme NWA hardcore, but it gave you elements of so many different pieces. You know what I mean? And I guess you could label him a pioneer, but and again, I know Jay is my guy, but I got bars for days, dog. For somebody to call him trash, like, I understand you say I don't like Jay-Z, he's not my favorite, whatever, that's cool. But to call him trash that's just that makes me question your musical ear, dog. Like, I can't rock with that.
Yeah, no, Jay's definitely not trash. I will say in Atlanta, Jay definitely doesn't get the same kind of love he gets like up north. You know, honestly, I would say in Atlanta, Future is Jay-Z in terms of popularity and influence, not so much the wordplay.
Yeah.
Even though Future got some slept on bars, but yeah, the call Jay trash that's egregious.
Egregious, bro. Like, that is a great word for that. It's I have to take your card. Like, yeah, I get it. You don't like the dude, but
it's personal. It's personal.
You can't call him trash.
Right. Yeah, but as far as pioneer, I would call Jay a pioneer, because I think he kind of pioneered what a rapper could be. Like, before Jay, you rapped, you did your songs, you went on tour, and that was it. And Jay really forayed into business. And now you see, I think since Jay, you see a lot more rappers going after
entrepreneurs.
The bag. Yeah, being that entrepreneurial spirit beyond just getting behind the mic and doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was the first rapper with his own shoe. I think that Stock Carter's was the first ones. He was in him or 50. It was one of them too. The rapper, even Run DMC didn't have their own shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just rocked Adidas.
They popularized Adidas.
They popularized it, yeah. But as far as having the signature shoe, I think
that's Stock Carter's.
Yeah, the liquor brand, the clothing, the professional, the NBA team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think nobody's really seen a rapper be a mogul on that level. And I won't count Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre, I don't really look at Dr. Dre as a rapper. Like, he's a producer first. Right. So I would call Jay a pioneer in that, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not so stuff on the court per se, like LeBron, but I think, like, even when we talk about LeBron, I think his contribution a lot is gonna be off the court, as far as making the NBA player mobile, empowering the NBA to take control of their own career instead of hoping the GM will do their job.
For sure. What I'm saying? First active billionaire basketball player.
Yeah.
Active, man. Yeah. And speaking of LeBron, the king, last week as we had a dope guest with our homeboy Dane, he was on the verge of breaking a record. Of course, he's broken that all-time scoring record held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Cap. Man, 38. I think after what we got one more season. I think 2 more seasons he done at 40.
Nah.
Oh yeah, bro.
He said he want to play with Bronny.
That's it.
I think Bronny is at least 3 years removed.
He's 1 year. He's 1 year. He's 1 year.
He might be eligible, but I don't see this man.
You don't see Bronny one and done?
Have y'all seen Bronny play?
Yeah, he decent.
I've seen
decent.
some highlights.
Yeah, you
but
said
I
decent.
I haven't seen anything that's
yeah. I watched the game on ESPN.
Notice that word he just said. He's decent. Decent don't get you in the league after 1 year, bro.
Exactly.
So you don't think he won it done? You don't think he won it done?
If he does, it's off the name alone because his skill level is not NBA skill level.
He might be a second round draft pick. He might be. Who knows? You know, this all schematics, right? He might go crazy in college next year, right?
But
we don't know.
He may.
You know what I mean? And so I think he's gonna be one and done. And then I think that's why, when Bron plays that season where he turns 40 in that season, I think that's it, bro.
The NBA don't draft off a name though.
No?
Nah. If that's the case, Zaire Wade would have been playing. You know what I mean? Like D Wade's son.
That's facts.
Would have been playing. Like they don't draft.
So you just made me think about Sharif too. Sharif O'Neal.
Right.
Yeah, right. Sharif. There's countless players that had high school buzz that, all right, you were cool in high school, but that don't mean it's gonna translate to the league. Like you might go G League at night or something. But we don't even know, does he even have major offers? I know he got Ohio State, but
he got Ohio State, Oregon. I can't remember. It's Ohio State and Oregon. Oregon was one of them.
You know who else had major offers?
Who?
Romeo Miller, Doug. Is he in the
NBA?
Yeah. So you can get you a full ride off a name, but you ain't gonna get to the league off a name. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, he barely got run at US. He went to USC if I ain't mistaken.
Yep, USC. Yep.
Yeah, but he was on the team that
that was a bar right there, Rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you killed me with that one, bro. I'm dead. It's I forgot. But yeah, and speaking of USC, that's the other school. Ohio State, Oregon, Memphis, USC.
See, so I don't think Bronny will be a one and done. So we may be seeing the last couple years of LeBron still. He may not get that opportunity, but it all depends on how his body holds up. But for him to reach the accomplishments that he's reached thus far in his 20-year career, being the scoring champion regular season and playoff, like I think he beat the playoff record last year, was it? When it was combined points. So this year he was able to go ahead and take that all-time scoring record for someone who's not really considered a scorer. You know what I mean? It's actually a pretty big boss up move to take a record that no one ever thought would be broken. I mean, shit is older than he is. I think it's close to 40 years old, that record.
Yeah, he was born. Yeah. He was born the same year Kareem broke it. How crazy is that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy is that?
Yeah, I think that him breaking that record has to put him in that conversation of all-time scores. I think that Bron just does so many things so well that he kind of gets skimmed over when you talk about all-time scores. But I think he's like top 5 in points per game all time. And then even though he's top 5, I think positions 5, 4, and 3, they're all within like half a point of each other, something like that. So you can almost, I mean, he's not top 3, but he's just about top 3. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 1 or 2 missed shots, maybe a handful of missed shots away from being, number 3 all time. So when you add that and the total points record, he's got to be in that conversation, bro. He's got to be.
And to think, if he was a better free throw shooter, he'll blow it out even more. But he's not that great at them. 76%, I think, is his career. 74, something like that. So, like, I agree, man. For him to break that title, you have to put his name up in that category. Like I heard somebody debating Jordan had how many scoring titles did he have? Like, I can't remember now. Yeah, it was like 5, I think, 5 or 6. And Bron only had the scoring title once. Could have had it last year, but he decided to sit out, right? Which, people don't talk about. But
Jordan had 10.
10. Okay. So Bron had 1. Yeah, I get it, right? Jordan but he was known as a scorer. He was a shooting guard. Like, the proof is in the name, shooting guard. His job was to score. Bron is a small forward / point forward / center / power forward / whatever else you want to put him on the court. Like, not to mention that he's right now top 4 in assists and on the verge of being top 3. So to be the all-time scoring leader and have a chance to maybe end 3 or hell, even 2 in assists, that's a testament to his game, man. And I know people hear this and be like, oh, they're just Bron lovers that are hyping up this guy again. I mean, the proof is on the floor, bro. I'm talking about what the production he's put up. Like, what did Jay say? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's in the top 4 in assists, bro. LeBron is, bro. He's literally 1,000. He's about 1,300 away from J Kidd to get third, but he's in the top 5 in assists. That's weird. And I say weird in a good way, that you can be an all-time scorer and a top 5 assist man. That's weird.
Yeah.
You're either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because the other guys are Kidd, Paul, and Stockton. They ain't scoring like that.
Mm-hmm. So definitely salute to him, man. Like, there are so many people that still hate him. And that's cool, right? That comes with greatness. But for someone to have the amount of pressure that he's had and still deliver in every single category, I mean, people can knock and say, oh, he didn't win as many championships, but I can't knock him from making it. Like, he made it to the championships. I've never seen anybody go to 8 straight. I think it was 8 straight, right?
Yeah, it was 8 straight.
Yeah, 8 straight NBA finals. And yeah, he lost to better teams. He beat one of those better teams once, but I mean, at the end of the day, he lost to better teams.
He set a record doing that. No one ever came back 3-1, bro.
Yeah.
And then, teams were also built to beat LeBron. Like one thing I'll say, just to be clear, Jordan is my GOAT. But I do believe that if LeBron pulls off one more chip, I'm gonna put him as the GOAT. I don't think he needs 6 to get it. Mm-hmm. But one thing about Jordan, bro, is you didn't really have teams around the league building their team to only stop Jordan. But you definitely had that with LeBron. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, or that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you want to win the championship. But when Jordan came up, it was the expansion era. And if you think about it, and I think, was it one of y'all shared? There's really wasn't a whole lot of guards back then. You know what I'm saying? There weren't a lot of elite. There weren't a lot of elite guards. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, that was a really good point, bro. Like, you don't really think about it, but Clyde Drexler, like, granted, Drexler was dope, but like, y'all know, like, the talent level, it was just different. But yeah, Bron he does everything. And honestly, I see him playing for a quarter, bro. Y'all talking about he might play 2 more years. But one thing about basketball, all great players, they all leave the game too late. Nobody leaves on top. Brady left too late. Jordan, he went to the Wizards and he never should have came back. Kobe left too late. The greats always leave late. I could see him playing for a quarter. I mean, you got to figure, bro. He's having an MVP season. They're not going to win MVP because of their record, obviously. Mm-hmm. But if his team was, say, 5th seed, he would be in the MVP combo. Easy. You know what I'm saying? At year 20, he'd be in the MVP combo. So when you're playing at that high level, I just don't see him like leaving. And we've seen a trend. Great players don't leave when they leave when they're forced to leave. They don't just walk away from the game. I could see him maybe evolving his game and going and moving to power forward or center as he becomes less mobile over time. Because it seems to me like, I don't know what the scale says, but he just looks like he gets bigger and bigger every season, which kind of comes with age. And also he don't seem like he jump as high either. So like my thought is I could see him, especially in this kind of softer era, I could see him starting to transition to the big man role, almost like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was really a power forward, but towards the end of his career, he was pretty much playing the 5. You know what I'm saying? So he had to move around so much. And I could see LeBron doing something like that.
Which Tim Duncan was a center anyway, but I get it. he should have been playing the 5 regardless, but that was the transition, whole different time of the power forward. But I think you got a major point there. I mean, Kareem played till he was 42. Bron is 38. You know, that's at least 4 more years to match Kareem, and he could change his game up, right? I think he could easily become. You said a center, but he could easily become a point guard. You know, like he can facilitate and not try to do as much on his. I mean, he's already taken a step back. I'm gonna be real. He's already become more efficient of a player, like picking his spots. But I think if he could just focus on facilitating and not necessarily looking to score or trying to score, he could definitely add maybe 4 more years, you know? So I would love to see him go out on top. So like if he actually won the championship this year, I don't know if it's gonna happen. They got a long way to go. But if they miraculously win a ship this year, I think he should go. Like you said, nobody goes on out on top. I think he should do it. Win the scoring title and win a championship in the same year. Just bow out, bro. Like you got.
He want to play with his son, bro. So that's not gonna happen,
bro. His son not gonna make it to the NBA.
You calling it? You calling it?
He ain't making it at all, bro. He ain't
calling it.
Unless his skill development goes crazy at wherever he goes over the next couple of years. I don't see an NBA team just taking a chance on him. Like from what I've seen, I get it. I don't watch him play every game, but he doesn't look elite compared to the high school players that he play against. So imagine when you get him in a position where he's playing Ja every night, or I guess who would else be in that category? Even Dame will still be around. You got to guard
Luka.
Dame. You got
Luka. He might not be guarding Luka.
Kyrie, hell, you be guarding Kyrie, bro.
Kyrie put him on skates.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mean to tell me that
Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, these are the positions that he's going to be checking.
Yeah.
So I just don't see it, and that's not even hating. I don't see it.
They say the younger brother's supposed to be better than Bronny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's already what 6'6", I think.
Yeah.
Bronny is 6'3". You know what I mean? So he's playing the point if he make it to the league, and I don't see it. I mean,
man, I would kind of hate to be Bronny. Like I would, we love to be born into that family, but as far as just the pressure that comes along with being LeBron James' son, like everything that he does is under a microscope. If he gets pulled over for speeding, it's going to make national news. Like no matter what, whatever girlfriend he ever goes public with, it's going to be a national story. Like if this man misses a game-winning shot, like this, that would just suck. That's one thing I'll say about the whole fame and all that, and just coming up under such a great talent like a LeBron. Of course, he gets some benefit, some nepotism is going to be there, but also that scrutiny, bro, that just comes along with being one of the greatest of all time, son, who's doing the same thing that his father does.
Yeah, and see, I don't know if I would even want to do that. I don't know. I struggle with it. I guess you try to say that share the same passion as your father, but I mean, look at Jordan's sons, and things are different now. I mean, Steph is better than Dale.
Yeah.
Who else? There's another player in the league right now that father played that I'm thinking. I can't think of who else. It's some other players that son wise they're
saying Bol might be better than Manute Bol.
If he get run, I mean, he got a wet shot, bro. Like for somebody that's that tall, he's pretty skilled.
What about Sabonis? I think Sabonis in the league.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. He nice.
Yeah.
So I think he get a shot. Let's say you say he ain't getting no shot at all though, right? You don't think he can even get a run for the summer league though, and see if he can make the roster though?
He might get a G League invite and then let them develop him. I mean, that's what and that's not a knock on him.
I think
yeah, most players don't make the league.
Like, if he doesn't come out, if he don't come out one and done, and he stay one more year, I think that's when LeBron may stay that extra year. Because I think year 22 is it. So he might do year 23 if Bron comes back for his sophomore year, whatever school he decides to go to. You know what I mean? And I honestly think he gonna go to. I think he might end up going to Memphis or Oregon. To be honest, I think he might go get some run under Penny, or he might go to Oregon. He might get out of Cali, but he'll still be close by.
What would be the benefit of going to Memphis?
Penny.
Okay. Yeah, get coached by a former guard.
I know you say the difference of losing, going to Memphis. I think Penny.
So
he would be the selling point.
Interest on Memphis is cool. Ohio State is cool. USC.
I don't think he's going home.
So he don't really have no major places that he's looking to commit to. He's a 4-star recruit. He's ranked 34th
in the nation.
National. Right? He's ranked 8th in Cali.
That ain't bad, bro.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But that's based off of the name.
Right, and I know you said there's some nepotism that come with that. You're right.
Yeah, he's probably legitly a 3-star because his name is Bronny James. It went up to a 4-star, and I mean that's not bad. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Like, don't get me wrong. He's a quality player, but I don't see instant league out of him. Like, he's not one of those players that I see that's going to be able to go 1 year and just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get drafted. I'd say he probably is a 4-year player if he expects to be NBA, or like I said, go to the G League.
I think he going, bro. I think if he's not one and done, he gonna be out of there after his sophomore year, bro. And I'm not saying he a top 10 guy. Like I said, I was like, I think a team will probably get him in the second round.
Unless he go into a tournament and ball out, I don't see it. If he go to whatever school he go, make it to the tournament.
Get the tournament and they go and he go crazy.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
It happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time though. We see all these dudes who get drafted. You're like, man, why he got drafted so high? And they be like, man, he went crazy in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean the tournament's made for guards, so you have the opportunity to do it, but
you can get busy.
I don't see it. And that's just me being 100% real. No knock on Bronny, but that's being 100%. Like, I don't see he seems like he's more of a 4-year guy, or go take the G League, develop, and then make it to the NBA the long route. But I don't see him being an instant. Yeah, he's going to come and make a team better, and we're going to give him a roster spot just because of his game. You know what I mean? He's 6'3". He's a 6'3", probably really 6'2". Combo guard.
I mean, Ja's that same size.
He's Ja freaking Morant, though, bro.
Listen, you
Ja did fly under the radar before he got to the league, though.
But he didn't, though. Not for the true people. Like, I've been watching Ja from Murray State for a while, bro. And I told you can ask anybody around me, because, and I'm not going to even take the credit for it. I'm going to give the credit where credit due. The credit goes to Rashad Phillips, because that's my guy from Detroit. Should have been, like, if he was in today's NBA, he would have flourished. He was one of the best players ever to play at U of D, University of Detroit. I mean, he went to a camp and Kobe was like, he's probably the best player I played against, but he was only 5'11", and he was pulling from logo back then. You know what I mean? But he's like the Yoda of this talent thing, bro. And he was calling like Ja Morant name since basically he was a freshman, bro, like freshman at Murray State. And when he talk, I listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When he tweets stuff out, I listen and I follow those players, and he has a hell of a track record. So that's who put me on Ja. And then Ja had a breakout in the tournament where everybody got to see it. Because I mean, when you go to a small school like Murray State, that's really your only opportunity. You're not getting televised games. So once he made it to the tournament, people actually saw what he could do.
Yeah,
and that was enough.
State wasn't supposed to be there, and he went. He dropped a triple-double.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Out the gate, it was like, oh, I'm about to drop a triple-double and an upset. So yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah.
I would say Ja Morant and Rod. Yeah, we both got here to the Carolinas, bro. He was slept on. So there was a game on TV down here because Zion is the man, right, in South Carolina, and like my man had got a screen off Zion and just yammed the baseline. And I was like, yo, who's this little skinny dude? And I was like, Ja Morant. I was like, this dude kind of remind me of Iverson, real skinny, but just ton of athleticism. So I was like, this dude kind of straight. But and then I kind of moved on after it a little bit. But I was like, and then like you said, that freshman year, he went crazy. He had dropped 40 points and made ESPN. I was like, oh, that's that dude that played with Zion. And then his sophomore year, yeah, that's where I really started paying attention to Ja. So I get you, but when Ja got drafted though, same thing, 6'3", he was like 170.
Mm-hmm.
So Bronny's bigger than Ja, size wise. Now we talking like you just said. We talking Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Like I get it. It's Ja Morant, bro. So I'm not taking nothing from that guy at all.
Yeah, and Ja also went number 2 overall. I probably would have took him number 1, but it's hard to take him over Zion. I probably would have took him, but you splitting the hairs at that point. Right. So they knew what they were getting out of him, and he's lived up to the hype. I mean, there's people that's saying right now that he's the next face of the league. I don't know.
So I would say so. The only thing that can stop that is Ja. You know what I'm saying? Like he got Josh from Sumter, South Carolina, bro. And I don't know if y'all know, but Sumter has a reputation. Some people call it Murder City. My only fear is if Ja tries to quote unquote keep it too real. You know what I'm saying? You've always already seen his name kind of floating around in some ratchetness. And so I just hope he can see he needs to see he can separate himself from that and understand like he's on another level and just separate himself from the BS. And I think he is the face, bro. He's gonna be the face. Like, bro, threes and stuff is cool, bro. And shout out to Steph, bro. But though none compared to straight yamming on them boys, bro. Like that's the highlight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ja.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Like you said though. Oh, damn, another memorable Jay-Z line. Show them how to transition from the streets to the fame, bro. Like it could be the death of you. And like you said, his name then popped up on beating a 17-year-old kid up in a pickup game or whatever he did. His homeboys like threatening to shoot somebody or kill somebody, whatever the heck they did. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff.
Yeah, he got to change his, he got to change his circle. So you kind of think about like AI and Melo, how they were getting caught up with people in his circle. I think Jordan had that conversation with Melo, like, hey, bro, you got to change that circle, like ASAP, because it's gonna start messing with your money. But yeah, the 17-year-old, and somebody in his group threatened some Pacer players after the game, and security had to show up by the buses because they were about that action. So yeah, you were right. Like, yeah, he got to change that circle a little bit. Hopefully he'll understand that, and nothing, happens where it. It'll take him down a peg, like a big peg.
Yeah, because you got to figure his shoe's about to drop. He got the shoe.
Oh, they out.
They out. So yeah, he got the shoe line after Kyrie got dropped. Like everything is lining up for him, bro. So it's the bag is his to fumble at this point. I just hope the young man don't fumble it.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Shout out to Ja.
Yeah. Like, what?
I remember we had a conversation, I think, some time ago. I don't know if it was private on this pod. We were like, who's going to be the face, Luka or Ja?
Season 1. And I said Luka. I was wrong.
Yeah.
No, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, because Luka's good, bro. Luka's great. Let me just say that. Now, Luka is great. But, like, if you ever watch a Luka game, as great as it is not, to me anyway, it's not entirely captivating. Unless you're just a purist. You know what I mean? Then I get that. But as far as if you're a casual, and I ain't gonna lie, the older I get, the more casual I get, bro. Like, I don't follow a lot of sports as closely as I used to, bro. I'm more and more casual, and as a casual fan, bro, don't nothing beat them yams, bro. We knew that. No, that came out wrong. Don't nothing. Nothing towards just jamming on somebody. You know what I'm saying? That dunk, bro. Just and then the fact that it's a little dude doing it, it just makes it worse, bro. Like when you see little, like you said, 6'3", little skinny dude, jamming on the 6'11" center. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's highlight material, bro. You know what I'm saying? And no homo, he's got the face for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Jordan. Jordan had the Jordan smile. You know what I mean? That's part of it, bro. So he's got the look, he's got the skills. Just don't fumble that bag, bro.
Yeah. Hey, good thing we not in the NBA too, because you would have got fined 40 G's for saying that, bro.
Yep.
What you mean?
You ain't see that Cam Timeless got fined $40,000 for saying no homo after a post.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No, I ain't know that. That's crazy. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, if I was in the league or something like that, I would probably have to just have like some money set to the side, bro. Like, because I know I'm gonna violate something, bro. Like, I'm gonna say something in the press conference. Somebody's not gonna like. I wouldn't probably put myself up there with Charles Barkley, but I would definitely be like, what is Campbell saying this time? I'll be all in the blogs, bro. I know my name, because I would say some shit I wouldn't care. Sometimes these reporters, they ask some stupid questions. They ask questions they know is gonna get a rise, and I would fall for it like every time.
So I mean, even with that, man. So our words, I mean, we know words can hurt, and we talked about it a little bit, man. With DC, we talked about it last week, right? When someone approaches you and they talk about how you look and how your style, or Tara, your point, Cam Thomas said, hey, we already got good looking dudes on the team, no homo. They got fined $40,000. It says a derogatory statement towards people. I know I can speak for all three of us, because I know we love all walks of life. We just like to love, live life, and just, respect everyone's boundaries, man. When do we take a step back and kind of realize, like, hey, I know for a fact he wasn't, belittling no one, or she wasn't degrading anybody. Because it seems like everything is at high alert. You know what I mean? Someone hears that and says, now, you know what, Daryl, I feel like you are X, Y, and Z against everyone. But we know Daryl isn't. And I'm not saying we as in me and Rod. It's many people. But when do we take a step back and kind of start analyzing everything? Or not analyzing everything. When do you just take a step back and just understand where that person coming from?
Think you asking the wrong crowd, bro.
Yeah. Because I personally think a lot of this stuff is just people just too soft, bro. People just too sensitive, man. And context is key.
For
you know what I mean? Context is key. So I did not see this interview. I'm kind of ignorant to it, but I'm pretty sure if I watched it, my thought is the context wasn't meant to be like a slur towards the LGBTQ community.
Nah, it wasn't, bro. I mean, it was live. Like, he said it, and then he's just, he didn't say it like, oh yeah, in the tone or anything.
So basically, Dinwiddie, he got traded back to Brooklyn, and that was his first game playing, and he made the comments, something like, yeah, we had to get a good looking guy back on this team, or something like that. And Cam was like, well, I think we already had good looking guys on this team. No homo. You know what I mean? Like, just simple like that.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. You know what I mean?
That's all it was, bro. And he got a phone call that night.
Ooh.
Cancel culture, bro.
Like, it's like, we need them 40 bands, sir.
Yeah, he got fined $40,000. He made a public statement. As well.
Get your publicist on the line, sir.
Yeah,
go ahead and call your publicist,
Twitter,
and cash out that 40K real quick.
Yeah, it's I don't have the answer to that one, like, because we come up from a different era. Like, I've heard people say 19 times more worse things than I hear now. Shit, probably 100 times more worse than what I hear now. I've heard people called and you just laugh it off when I was growing up. Like that was part of, like we used to roast each other, you know what I mean? And we just said some crazy stuff to people, and you just kind of roll with it, you know what I mean? So I think right now the world is just, it's changed, man. It's different, and unfortunately we have to adapt within that. Like we can't take a step back and have everybody else say, oh, don't cancel people. Like that's just what's going on, so we got to adapt to it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think I think some of it is a little too far, but at the same time I kind of compare it to our struggle, as in the black struggle, as far as blackface, the chucking and jiving, the jokes that you might see about us, in the 30s or 20s, 50s, things like that, 40s, and you got to figure as the culture started to shift, where you couldn't just be in blackface and not get some sort of consequences for it. You couldn't drop the N-bomb and not get consequences for it. People who were making those jokes and making those comments, they didn't see the big deal. They're like, oh, America's getting soft. And so now it's almost like it's the LGBTQ community's turn to say, hey, we've been the butt of these jokes, and we gonna change the culture some more. We're not gonna do that. So I kind of understand to an extent, just because, bro, I'm not gonna let somebody who doesn't look like me tell me what I should or shouldn't find offensive. And so if I was a part of the alphabet community, I can understand them saying, bro, don't tell me what's offensive, because you're not a part of this culture. So I mean, I get it to an extent. And
yeah, I agree. But some of it is fake outrage, right? It's a very small population. Like if you actually talk to somebody, and I'm not going to say all the letters because I know I'm gonna miss some, and I'm not trying to miss. They're adding more to it. So but when you talk to someone from the homosexual community or gay community, whatever term you want to put behind it, a lot of the stuff that you hear that's offensive, or that you believe is offensive, they don't really find it offensive. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, and I'm not gonna go conspiracy on us, but it's almost like a media propaganda. You know what I mean? It's almost like media driven to, and you hear the stories of people being planted in different rooms or on social media that give like this fake outrage to just kind of stir some things up based off of whatever agenda they're trying to push. And, I think it's some truth to that. You know what I mean? So a lot of it, it's overblown, but it's supposed to be that way because it's planted to be that way. And again, I know it might sound like a conspiracy theory, but it's one of those conspiracies that I believe,
Oh, 100%, bro. What do you see when you turn on the news? First thing you see, you turn on the news. What do you see?
I don't watch the news, bro. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, but anytime you would turn on the news, though, kill me with that one. But but for real though, anytime you would turn on the news, or if you was at your parents' house, your grandparents' house, what's the top 3 things that you would see on the news?
I mean, if I'm in Detroit, it's all death. It's all negative stuff. Yeah.
Negative, right? But how much stuff that is happening positive in this world that's never reported?
Yeah, it's
hundreds, thousands, right?
It's a ton. And that's why I filter my news. That's why I don't watch the news. I filter what I need to see.
And so it's to your point. Yes, it is media. It is propaganda. It's dramatic, bro. What do you see on the news now? Literally now, bro. It's 2 damn balloons floating over the country. Both got shot down. What are you talking about? Bro?
You talking about the UFOs? The balloon got shot down. Now there's some UFOs that got shot down.
You saying UFO?
I think I saw something about that. I didn't really dig into it.
See what I'm saying? So but that's what we seeing though. You see what I'm saying? And what's that gonna incite, bro? Fear. Because anybody, any human being is gonna be afraid of what they don't know. The fear of the unknown. So that's what's out here, bro. They said that balloon. It got shot down over here, right over here in South Carolina. They said it floated all the way from what, Montana?
Yeah. Yep.
They're like, oh, it's a spy balloon. You know what I'm saying? So China was like, oh yeah, that was ours. It's just an accident. But now they said, no, we shut that thing down. Now they're like, oh, why you shoot our stuff down? You broke our stuff. No, I got a problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, but it's I think that's just human nature, bro. Like human nature is drawn to negativity. It's like you could take a test,
big facts,
and you get a 95 out of 100, but you focused on those 2 questions that you missed that kept you from getting 100.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like so. But yeah, I mean, but you're right though. The media does kind of really does play a lot of negativity, and I think it's just that there's so many media outlets now that a little story can easily become a big story just because there's 100 outlets reporting on the same thing.
Yep.
And it almost makes it look like an issue is bigger than it really is, but it's really just the same small story, just reported 100 times by 100 different people from 100 different angles.
Yep.
You know,
and that's a gift and a curse to that, though, right? Because like you said, there's a lot of stories, and 100 people can talk about it. And I think we talked about it when we first came back to season 3, right, with Tyree Nichols. A lot of stuff, and let's go further back into the 60s, to what you had said, DC. Like a lot of this happened hundreds of times. Now it's hundreds of outlets able to report it to highlight, those terrible things, those injustices, right? But then you just say like a fender bender, road rage, that happens everywhere. But now it's 100 outlets can say, man, road rage is a big thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a gift and a curse to it for sure. You know what I mean? Road rage is a big thing. It's like, bro, I tapped your bumper, bro. It happens a lot everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean the media pick and choose what they want to highlight because there's things that happen every day, all the time, like positive and negative. So they're gonna pick and choose the things they want to blow up depending on what that agenda is. And the things that made me realize that, and why I don't watch the news and follow a lot of the, especially from a political standpoint, like you can watch the same story on Fox 2 and CNN or whatever, and it's 2 completely different views on it. Like one way could paint let's say the police to be the protagonist in this situation, and the other side will put the victim to be the protagonist. So it could be the same story, but depending on which outlet you're watching, they make you view it a certain way. So
that's a fact.
That's why I filter out the stuff that I need to see.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
You ain't
that's
lying,
a fact.
bro.
That's a fact, man. Well, shoot, and I guess another news, man, we got the Super Bowl tonight, bro. Who y'all got?
Yeah, man.
Ooh, so when this air and people listen to it, they gonna know I was right that the Eagles won by 3.
By 3? You call them a score too?
Yeah, I ain't finna put no numbers on them. I'm just saying by 3. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I'm not really rooting for one or the other. I like Mahomes. I'm a Mahomes guy, but I wouldn't mind seeing my boy B. Graham is on there from Michigan. I got Michigan players on each side, and that's how I choose who I root for. So it's hard to pick on this one. I don't know, man.
This year he going crazy, but you already know, bro. I need Jalen to get one. Bro. Pat got one, and I think Pat Mahomes gonna be going back to a couple more, bro.
I don't think so.
Yep.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's going like.
He got about 3 more appearances in him, bro.
I think, like when you think about football, and I think Brady kind of skewed the numbers a bit. Like I get it. Pat has this is his 3rd time gone, but bro, I don't see another Tom Brady type quarterback doing that. Like I don't see him continuously going year after year or every other year or whatever the case may be.
There's no one in his way.
Bro, that they coming, bro.
Joe Burrow. I don't trust Josh Allen no more. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I feel like anything that's been done once can easily be done twice. Because like you've seen the blueprint at that point. Like Tom Brady laid out the blueprint. So it can be repeated. I think Mahomes could do it, bro. I'm rooting for KFC, Kansas City.
You hungry, bro?
Extra spicy. I am a little bit, but I'm rooting for him only because I don't like the Eagles, bro. Like
I know you can't root for the Eagles, bro.
Right. I can't. Yeah. I just, no, absolutely not. So I want to see the Eagles get embarrassed out there. I think it's going to be a really good game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles won. I don't know how Mahomes' ankle is holding up, that high ankle sprain.
He said he good. He said he good.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I've had a high ankle sprain.
That takes some time.
I don't have the top-notch medical staff, but bro, I've never heard of a quick recovery from a high ankle sprain. Not to say he can't play.
It's a good month.
Yeah, so I'm sure he can play. I'm sure he's gonna be wrapped up. He probably maybe take a shot or something, but I just know how that goes, bro. And you don't just get over a high ankle sprain like that. So I wonder how that might affect the game. I know they had some injuries and whatnot, but I'm pulling for KC, bro. Yeah, I'm pulling for KC.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that.
All right, man. Hey, I think it's gonna be good, man. But I don't know. Like I said, I think he got 3 more years in him. 3 more bowl games in him though. Pat Mahomes. I ain't saying they're gonna be back to back. I ain't saying that. Not saying that.
I don't know, bro.
But I don't think there's nobody on that side.
That's such a hard thing to do.
But Joe. It's the only person I think that can get in his way, but Joe.
You got Joe. You got, again, Allen. I get you saying you don't trust him, but that don't make them not good, bro. Like, they gonna be back. You got then there's gonna be a sleeper team that just pop out of nowhere. Like,
they had that good run, but
with the NFL, bro, that's the beauty about the NFL, in which what makes it really the best of the best is that a team could be amazing one year and trash the next year, and vice versa. They could be trash one year and amazing the next year. You just never know what you're going to get on a year-to-year basis. There's going to be a team that challenges, and it's not like the Chiefs. I don't think they have the most talented receivers, or but Pacheco's pretty decent at running back. I like him, but you just never know. Like, that's such a hard thing to get back.
But you don't think, just like the Tom Brady effect, people ain't gonna want to go play with Pat because they know they can get that run.
Tyreek Hill left.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't finna give him all that money. But you got some people like Juju who came for cheap.
I mean,
Juju ain't no bum, bro.
I'm not a Juju guy. I don't think he's that great. But
you got guys who will come.
What did he do this year, though? What did Juju do this year?
I don't know. I gotta look the numbers up. But,
yeah, exactly. You gotta look the numbers up. If he would have balled out, you would know he balled out, right?
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
Big facts. You almost had 1,000 yards, bro. You almost had 1,000 yards.
Nah, how much they kill?
Over 1,000 yards.
He's a tight end though, bro.
They're all receivers.
He's a tight end.
I was just saying.
He's a tight end. I don't care what scenario you in. Your tight end shouldn't be your leading receiver. And granted, he's an amazing tight end. He's dope. Kelsey is the best of the best.
He's too dope, bro.
But he shouldn't be your leading receiver. He's a tight end.
I concur.
I feel you. But, I mean, you're going to have guys who want to come run, though. They'll come to KC to get that burn, bro. And that's all.
We'll see.
I'll just, hey, man.
Man, that just got me thinking, bro. So we talked about Bron. We talked about the Super Bowl. What do y'all think is harder to do, to win an NBA championship or a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl? I think Super Bowl.
Me and Rob play football, bro. It's 11 people have 11 responsibilities, bro.
Yeah.
One person mess up, bro. It is shown, bro. You can't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the Pistons. To go to your hometown. Ben Wallace couldn't score.
Mm-hmm.
But he can cover up everything else on the other end. You can't do that in football, bro. Because you have one assignment and one job. If you miss it, bro, it is over. It is over, bro. 11 people versus 5 people. It's just too much responsibility, bro. Like,
yeah. That and football is such a grueling sport that injuries are always the great equalizer. So you could have the best team on paper, but by the time you get to the playoffs, like everybody's hurt. You know what I mean? Everybody's hurt.
That's crazy, bro.
No, you are, bro. You sore, bro. You are hurt, bro. You
yeah.
like you playing, but it's like no.
Yeah, everybody that's playing right now is hurt. Like that, I don't want to hear. Yeah, we're healthy. I feel great. You might feel great because of those shots, but if you're in the playoffs right now, you're hurt at some capacity. You're just like I think that was the program where they say, "Are you injured or are you hurt?"
Yep. yeah.
Yeah, they're just not injured. You know what I mean? But
right,
that's what makes it so difficult is that it's so tolling on your body week in and week out. And you truly, like T was saying, you truly have to have everybody in sync at one moment. And that's why, go back to, I think it was Seattle and was it Denver when Seattle won their first one? And everybody said it was boring. It was like it's the most boring Super Bowl they've watched because Seattle's defense just freaking annihilated Denver.
Peyton Manning.
Bro, that was the best Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life because I've never seen a defense like that. And playing the game, I've never seen an entire unit move in sync like that defense moved that game. Not the Baltimore Ravens, not the Steel Curtain. I've never in my life witnessed a team move like that in unison. And it was just dope. Like you don't get that often. And that's why I say, man, like winning the Super Bowl is not one of those things you'll continuously see yourself going back to on a consistent basis. I know Tom Brady has spoiled people and Belichick, but that's not the case, man. Like you usually got a short window to capitalize on that team. Otherwise, you might not make it back ever. With the NBA, bro, like let's be real. The probability of you winning again after you win, if you got the same team, you're probably going to go on some sort of dynasty. It's not many teams that have won the NBA finals in the last 20 years. It's like maybe 5 teams, overall.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about it. Yeah. So that tells you right there that like you can go on a run in the NBA, and that's why I think it's easier. Yeah, you got longer games or longer seasons, but the amount of toll that it takes on your body in that 16, 17 game regular season in NFL is triple the amount that you're going to take in the 82 game season in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think that it's easier to win in the NBA than the Super Bowl. But for a lot of those reasons, you got 22 guys, including special teams versus just 5. And then also I think a 7-game series makes it easier too, because you can have if you have a bad game in the Super Bowl, that's it. But you can have a bad game in the finals and still bounce back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. The reason I brought it up is I'm in a couple of little Facebook groups, and that's a debate that comes up. And more people than I would have thought said that it's easier to win a Super Bowl because you only got to win one. Right, because you only got to win one game. But I'm like, bro, to me, that's what makes it harder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can, have the flu. You could have the flu on the Super Bowl and blow it, or just have a bad game or whatever it is. But with the finals, bro, like you can always bounce back. You have a bad game, you can get on the plane, you can watch film, you can retool, you can come back. Yeah. People don't just get knocked out all the time in the NBA like they do in the NFL. So I agree, man. Yeah. It's not even close to me.
Not even close. Case in point. You just made that was a great analogy to say it best, man. Like look at the NFC championship with the Eagles and San Fran. Now, what are the odds that
everybody got hurt?
You're already on your third string quarterback. Yeah. Your third string quarterback goes out in the opening 5 minutes, Then your fourth string quarterback goes out.
Right.
You're questioning if you're going to put your running back in at quarterback, bro. Like,
Right.
that is a fluke in itself. Like, there's no way that's going to happen in a 7-game series. I'll have time to bounce back, but what am I going to do that game? There's nothing I can do.
Right.
Have Brock Purdy continue to hand off 17 times, even though the defense knows it's coming. So
right, yeah, exactly. Because you're not doing no reads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? None of that. You know, it's just yeah.
So crazy. You just said it. It's harder, bro. Last 15 years. Let's go from 2007 to 2023, bro. There's been 12 different teams in 15 years.
Yeah, a dynasty in football doesn't really happen like that for the most part.
We know
for the most part.
With the 3 teams in that 15 years, we know who that is. That was New England.
Yeah, the Pats.
Think about that, bro. So you just said it. Like, you ain't winning back to back. You ain't winning. You ain't three-peating. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even the Patriots never three-peated, bro. It never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in that quote-unquote dynasty run, they never three-peated. We can say that in the NBA, multiple teams have.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, it's almost like the three-peat is the bar. Like, oh, you're not really a dynasty if you don't three-peat. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So yeah. To me, it's not even close. I don't even know why. It's like I see that debate sometimes on my feed, and I'm like, why is this? How is this even a question? You know what I mean? Like, and mind you, I never even played football. Like, I played football in 6th grade, like, and I was done. I was like, I'm gonna stick to the court.
Love it, bro. It's my first. But
bro, like, even with my limited, ability, bro, I know I will bow down, you know what I'm saying, to the physicality of football and everything that y'all said, bro. Just a bigger team, just getting all those people in sync.
You gotta get 11 people to listen all at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
It's easy if everyone does it, but it's hard if one person mess up, man. It's hard, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it's a good one though, fellas. It's always good to talk about sports. I know our female listeners might not love this episode that much, but hey, it's great.
Oh, well, we got some treats for them though. We got some stuff coming for them later on this season. We got some stuff lined up for the female listeners because we hear y'all though. But sometimes we as men got to get in this cave.
For sure. Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl Sunday, bro. We can't not talk about sports. So.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's one thing that you're gonna be looking forward to?
In what?
Super Bowl.
Halftime, bro.
All day. Know. Rihanna. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready, bro. I told you I've been listening to that Anti, which is
say it out loud. Put it on wax. Say it, bro.
That album,
say it.
Album is suspiciously good, bro. Because like,
why can't you just say it outright, bro, without putting some kind of shade on it, bro?
How was that
suspiciously good? It's just great, bro.
It is suspiciously because, bro, she's never put out anything that sounded like that, or that sounded that good, or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's a dope album though. It's a super dope album. I went back and listened to. I've been listening to it over the weekend. I listened to it like 2 times back to back, just yesterday actually. And I was like, man, bro, Rihanna was on one with this album. Like, I wonder if she knew, like, yo, I'm gonna kill him with this one. Like, I just wonder,
I'm gonna go make more money elsewhere.
Because she dropped that and then she stopped. She's like, okay, I'm good now. But I think you know what? She probably realized she was never gonna make anything that good again.
Here it go.
Here it go. So she's like, you know what? Let me just quit while I'm ahead. And we were just talking about athletes. They don't know when to stop. She knew when to stop. She's like, you know what? Anti is not gonna get no better than this. And we know that's the truth because she came with that Black Panther soundtrack that put everybody to sleep.
It's one song. It's one song.
No, I like Rihanna though, man. I'm just playing though. I do like Rihanna though. Man, she's not Beyonce, bro. She's not Beyonce, but that's no shade to her though. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the halftime show. I know the wife is. She don't really care about football. She just wake me up for halftime. So I hope she don't have that Dr. Seuss hair though. Y'all know talk about.
Yep.
Yeah, she ain't gonna have that though.
I don't think she's gonna have that, bro. I think she's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to the halftime show. I'm also I like the commercials. Just call me weird, but I'm interested what kind of commercials gonna be coming out.
Yeah. There's always some good ones, man. Some funny ones, but I think commercials is $10 a pop this year. I mean, 10 million a pop. You want to get on there? It's gonna cost you 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we ain't there yet, y'all, but we gonna get there.
Get Right podcast. See the Get Right podcast on the Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet though, but anybody want to donate, man, we gonna start a GoFundMe.
Bro, if they saw us on there, I have a feel like the DEA will come knocking. They like, y'all selling drugs. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't like Rollo. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not a podcast. This is a criminal ring. How y'all get on TV?
Mob ties.
Mob ties. Bro, I know we about to wrap up, but I'm so disappointed in Jay Prince, bro.
Yeah.
That is not the move, though. And I really look up to Jay Prince in a lot of ways, man. You know, rap a lot and all that and everything he's done business-wise and the way he moves. But, man,
Rod said it best. It's media.
He's looking like an angry old man right now.
Yeah, let's get off the social media. Y'all can have those phone calls behind the scenes, bro. Y'all acting a little bit, like the media out here. Y'all acting a little bit Kanye-ish. Like get off the platforms, bro, and y'all sit down, break bread, and have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may touch on that a little bit more next week. Yes, but
because probably something else gonna come out again.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta grow up. Where, man, this is where Chad needs to be alive. When I talk about Chad, I'm talking about Pimp C. Because none of that stuff be sliding, bro.
Oh, I don't know about that one, bro. Chad is with the petty, bro. I know about Pimp
he with
C.
the petty, but at the end of the day, when that grown man conversation come, bro, this childish. Like you said, bro, like as OGs acting like that, that's childish.
I think that's more Bun that would squash something like that.
Okay, there we go. Bro, Pimp C, dog. Like, Pimp C was wild, bro. Like that man, Pimp C was with the stuff, bro. Like Pimp C is not with the squashing of the beef.
But it wouldn't be no back and forth social media. Pimp C's famous lines, bro. You gonna smell my cologne, bro. Like we gonna talk it out. Like we should be going back and forth on TikTok or Instagram. That one is
true.
His name,
but Pimp C was also the type to go back and forth publicly. He's done this like numerous times. This man went on the radio and said Atlanta's not the South before.
I remember that.
Like this the same guy. Now
Bun, more context behind
Bun is more, bro. There was no context. He was just talking stupid. And RP Pimp. But I do. Bun would be the type to like, y'all. Let's stop that, man. Bun is the elder statesman at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
We gonna definitely touch on that, man. But Rod, as always, man, take us home, big dog.
Yeah, man. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Benji Franklin, bro.
Okay, Ben. I never heard that one.
Me either.
I came across the sauce on it with Benji though.
Yeah, I came across that earlier in the week, man. I was like, yeah, that'd be a good one to share.
Whew.
Yeah.
It's always bars, man. So you know what it is, man. Hey, everybody's gonna be tuning in, man. I hope they, have a good day. Hope y'all listening to us on the way to work, on the way home, all that good stuff, man. And like I said, we got more in store. It's gonna be on, man. But until then, though, kill the music.